Everybody, it's Andrew at Crenshaw Central Gaming, and you may be wondering what you're seeing on screen at the moment, and that's, I think, a fair enough question. What is it that you see before you at this moment? You know, you see all these little things that are happening on screen all at once, and, you know, spooky ghosts that are flying around, and even this that's moving around, and the bouncy ball. Well, this is a game that, if I remember correctly, cost me about 49 cents on the Humble Bundle called Windosill. And it's one of those games that's just, if I remember correctly, it started out on the iOS, as far as the iPad, and it's very cheap price for it. But it's one of those where you kind of tap and, you know, you just tap your finger on the screen and, you know, there you go. Well, I got this through the Humble Bundle for 49 cents, and I'm playing it on my PC at the moment. And we got the cursor hidden so you can't see what's going on. But the name of the game is, we are this little vehicle right here, this wooden cart. And what we want to do is we want to be able to take these blocks, fit them into the hole, open the door, and move on to the very next room. And of course it's here that, with the click of a, flip of a, well, not really the flip of a switch, but the pull on the curtains, we see Windosill. And notice the fact there's this little guy right there that hides as soon as I move the cursor over to him. But there are a few things you can do in this room. You can grab hold of the leaves and start, you know, they change color. And they also change shape. So you've got this, and this is like a little relaxing game. And, you know, you can do this, and a hand will come and fix those. But you want to grab the that little piece on the eye right there, slide that through. As we notice the deepest, darkest reaches of outer space. And now that we've gotten the item, the hand will, yeah, do that. So we move on to the next screen, and this is following us everywhere that we go. And if you notice, there's a little area up here at top that you, and there's a bird. Now, what's so special about this bird? Well, the bird has hidden himself, and we've got the puddle here, and we splash the puddle a few times, and a worm pops out. Now, of course, the bird is going to be focused on the worm. Give the bird the worm, and it gives us the block. So, I mean, you know, this is one of those little relaxing games. It's not something that, you know, not something for hardcore gamers and things of that nature. It's a game. And it's something that you play when you're having a stressful day or something of that nature. Really and truly, this isn't something that you probably play all the time. But I just wanted to show it off. You know, maybe do a quick little walkthrough, because I can play through it in about 15 minutes, no problem. And just kind of show you how this game works. It's a neat little thing to play, especially once you get used to how it works. And, oh, nope, missed that shot. Let's try it again, and there we go. So, again, it's just something simple, something to kind of waste, I guess, waste a little bit of time, or maybe even relieve a little bit of stress. But this is kind of the wall of, I really don't know what to call this. But there are various things that you can do here. And really not a whole lot to say, other than the fact that once you find the small things like that, that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get what you want. Because, there we go. It has given us what we want. But we move on to the next room. This is probably one of the, I say, more difficult rooms to do, unless you know what you're doing. But, you notice there's a globe back here. You pick up the globe, and you press the globe right here. And what you want to do is, well, you kind of really can't see me. But you see, I moved it where these feet are sticking out, and then I press that, and I'm spinning the world now. And while the world is spinning, you click on the click on the clouds, and I missed it. I missed it. Of course, now that I'm doing this for a, I guess I don't even really know if I want to call this a Let's Play or not. This is gonna be more of a, I guess, a walkthrough and review. But again, this is we'll get it right in a moment. But, all you gotta do is spin the world, get the world a-turning, let the, there we go. Or not. So, let's try this again. You spin the globe, let the clouds out, and I just got through driving as far as like 4 hours, seeing family and things of that nature. So, you know, driving from Atlanta to where I live, it does bring it out of me. This is something kind of relaxing to do, even if I don't get it right the first few times. And when I say the first few times, I mean this is what, the 5th, 6th time that I've tried to do this. So let's give it the old college go one more time. And there we go. You got to get it to bounce off this, bounce off a foot, and bounce into the opening. So now we enter into this room. In this room, you hear the sounds of the ocean. And it's kind of relaxing in a manner of speaking. The noises change a little bit as more items begin to appear, and you kind of set them to moving about, you know. Again, it's, you know, this isn't one of those games that you sit there and you play and play and play and play and you just get good at, or, you know, just something you play in order to ease the mind. That's how I want to word this, something to ease the mind. You know, set the skull to wandering around and just listen to the background noises. And doesn't that seem relaxing? This is definitely something that I like. You got the spooky mask that's flying around now, and we've got one more item which should give us our block. You want to follow with this guy, because as he moves around, he's going to be poofing and poofing. And eventually, there's your block. And then you move on through. At which point we notice we've got some clouds here. We've got a planet that's looking at us, but we can click and we can spin the moon. And that moon has another moon. But that moon has this little guy, and this little guy has what we want. He's got our block. And I'm going to have to... Here we go. That should... Yep. Nope. There we go. Now we want to grab hold of this right over here. And... Nope. There we go. Let him lift us up. Oop. And drag us over here, and down we go. Now this room, if I remember correctly, you've got 3 different monsters, and if you want to get the block, it's underneath this guy's hat, but he doesn't want to let go of it. But what starts happening after a little bit of just sitting there, they take turns with the cart. And once you go too far, this guy grabs hold of your cart, he shakes it a little bit, and then throws it all the way back to the green guy. Set it in front of the purple guy, and while he's got a hold of your guy, grab his hat, and, well, go ahead and hand it to him. Do it one more time. Oh, that's not going to help me out any. And you're done. Now, this is the final room of the game. So, again, you can see why this cost me 49 cents. And I think you can easily tell, you know, let's do that again. And okay, let's open this up. What are you doing? Stop that. So, I mean, you see it's just having the right windows open, and not a problem. And there it is, right in front of us. Put that in here, open the door, and we are done. Now, as we watch these doors shut, and as we notice our little fella moving around the track, we want to ask the question, is this game worth buying? Now, first of all, and I don't want this to sound rude, but for me to call this a game, I think is kind of generous. I don't really consider this as a game per se, because well, I guess it could be in a way, but when I consider a game, you know, as far as what we would refer to as a game on this channel, I would refer to something a bit different. Thank you, phone. You know, kind of like what we've been playing, Grab by the Ghoulies, GTA, Left 4 Dead, you know, Mega Man, things of that nature. This is more something that you would do in your spare time in order to relax. And at 49 cents, I mean, that is a relatively cheap price, but, you know, it's not something that you're going to pick up and play and play and play and play and play and play and play. I mean, you're probably going to go through it one time and you may be good. Now, if you've got small children and your small children, you know, you want to give them a game or something of that nature to play, you know, you may think about getting them this. It's something that they might enjoy to go, you know, going through. Then again, if you are used to having them play stuff like Minecraft, things of that nature, they're probably not going to get a lot of mileage out of this either. And even then, if you do have small children, I would recommend getting this for the on the iOS system for like an iPad, something of that nature. You know, that being said, this is something that I enjoy going through just for the ability to relax. It's something I can play, you know, every once in a while. I've had this game for about 2 years or so, and I think this is maybe the third or fourth time that I've actually played through it. You know, so just on a real stressful day, it's something that I can play and you know, to that end, enjoy. But as far as would I recommend it for just, you know, your average gamer? No, not really. I couldn't say that I would. But anyway, this has been Windosill, and anyway, we'll have more things like this available in the very near future, and as always, we appreciate your time, and we'll talk to you later.